Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. So let's start our show with the top 5 search travel destinations for this year. Here's Marco Gutierrez.
Hi Heather, that's right. While travel as we know it has changed this year, people are still flying and seems will continue to fly in the coming year. Expedia.com recently released its 2021 Travel Trends Report, which highlights air travel trends, traveler priorities, and the top trending destinations for 2021. I'm going to share with you the top 5, and it's no surprise that so many Americans are searching for an island escape. Coming in at number 5 is Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Our next destination is closer to home, with Orlando, Florida coming in at number 4. Next on the list is another US city, proving there's plenty to explore close to home. Number 3, Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 2 is the Riviera Maya, with the Playa del Carmen and Tulum, a popular destination in all of our Instagram feeds. And coming in at number 1 for the most searched travel destination for 2021, Cancun, recognized worldwide for its spectacular beaches of fine white sand. After a year like 2020, it's no wonder Americans are dreaming for their next trip. To see the complete 2021 Travel Trends Report, plus some airfare booking hacks, head over to travelarios.com. Bringing you the best of travel, I'm Marco for California Life.
Now let's head to beautiful Carmel, California, where you can find the perfect setting for the most luxurious masterpieces from McLaren, Ferrari, and Maserati. Let's see why.
Blue chip is a term reserved for the best of the best. Whether the topic is real estate, stocks, or in this case, collector car automobiles, everyone desires a blue chip. If you'd like to see firsthand qualities of a blue chip collector car, then you won't want to miss this episode of the Speed Journal. We're at Bonham's Quail Lodge Auction in beautiful Carmel, California. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Michael Caimano. Michael, how are you?
Great, how are you?
All right, great, nice to see you.
Thanks for coming by.
You're with Bonham's Auction,
sir.
And you're going to present a beautiful McLaren F1 to us.
I am graced with the opportunity to do so.
Yes.
It's a 1995 McLaren F1. It's being presented by the original owner. He flew over to the UK and took factory delivery of the car, at which point he went on a tour of Europe, which accounts for almost half of the mileage that's on the car today.
Interesting.
Yeah, he describes it as the trip of a lifetime, as you can imagine. Today the car has just over 9,000 miles on it. Again, half of those were within the first few weeks there. And since then, it's been kept on the East Coast and religiously maintained at McLaren. We have all of the service history for the car.
Now, you had an opportunity to actually drive this car at Lime Rock?
We did. So part of the promotion of the car, we took it down to Lime Rock and created a video just because something so special and unique such as this car, most people don't get to see it in action. You just see static photos of it most of the time in a studio somewhere.
Right.
So we thought it would be a great opportunity to let the car do what it's supposed to and bring it out to the track and get some good audio and visual experience with it. So when the car came out, it was the fastest naturally aspirated car to ever be produced. It would do 240 miles an hour. And what's interesting is even today, all these years later, it still holds the record as the fastest naturally aspirated car. Nothing has surpassed it. And from the makes of new cars today with all turbocharging technology, doesn't seem like any car will go in that direction again. So probably a title that this will hold on to. Everything is about weight, aerodynamics, and power. It holds true to the ultimate driving machine.
Are there any rumors as far as value or what a car like this might sell for?
So, it's very difficult to put a value on a car such as this. A McLaren F1 with this pedigree and history has never publicly been offered before. So it's difficult to say, but we certainly hope and expect it to exceed the previous record of 13,750 for sure.
I'm sure you'll be on pins and needles when that's on the blog.
It will be very exciting. You know, it's not often that we get to offer, or that the market has the opportunity to purchase a car with this kind of history and provenance and collectability. It's what a lot of people consider a blue chip car. It kind of checks off all the right boxes.
I'd like to introduce you to Rupert Banner. Rupert, how are you?
Very well, nice to see you.
Thank you, you too. Rupert's with Bonham's Auction, and he's going to describe to us this beautiful Maserati 300S.
I certainly will. So what we have here is a 1956 Maserati 300S. It's contemporaneous with the Grand Prix cars, which Maserati were so well known for, and were winning the World Championship in those days. This is a sports racing car from the same stable. Maserati in those days was all about racing, and this is one of the definitive cars of its era. You've got the six-cylinder motor. They were just well known for the ability to campaign all of the sports car races. They did everything in the days as well. They did circuit racing, they did the long distance shows, the Mille Miglia, etc. And so for that reason, you've got a car that, because it was great in its day, it means you can do an awful lot with it today.
Tell us about its history, the important drivers it's had.
Well, it's, I mean, I think if you think of Maserati and if you think of drivers in that era, I mean, this is a fabulous combination. This is actually a Fangio car. Manuel Fangio, who was just to many the greatest. You know, when you hear other drivers who were contemporaries of him, who you think were luminaries, say like Sir Sterling Moss, to say that Fangio was the best, I think that puts it into its own context. It says that it's probably true that he was the greatest. In truth, if you take any serious sports car racing, sports car from that racing era, you're looking at numbers in that territory and upwards. Obviously, if you're talking about Le Mans winning Ferraris and stuff, you're adding multiples to that. But it represents, I think, pretty good value for what you can do, and for its importance, and for the name association as well.
It checks off many boxes, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Rupert, we thank you so much for your time. Great description of this car. Wish you the best of luck when this goes over the block.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupert. I expect there will be more than a few new delighted owners as these collectibles change hands this weekend. We'd like to thank Bonham's and their team of specialists for showcasing these fascinating cars, and we'd like to thank you for joining the Speed Journal.
Ladies, we all know it takes us hours to get dolled up in the morning, and that's why Manna Kadar created a simple, natural, three-step approach for those late mornings. Here's Isabel Sadek with more.
Manna Kadar Beauty is a timeless beauty brand that offers a complete line of long-wear, double-duty items designed to minimize and simplify the makeup application process. They're known for their award-winning Beauty Simplified system, which distinguishes a three-step approach and requires 7 minutes or less. I sat down with Manna to discuss her brand and some of her newest products.
And there was a white space where women really loved makeup. That it just didn't know what to do with all of it. Like, there's so many pieces, so many colors, and so many new innovations where women are like, okay, well, how do I put this on? Because I want to look good, but I don't know how to do it.
That's why she came up with a simple three-step process. They created all their products to be long-wear, multifunctional, and innovative so that you can really put on a full face of makeup in 7 minutes.
Because all of the items are like super pigmented, and multifunctional, one item, for example, could be used as an eyeshadow primer, a concealer, a lip primer, all at the same time. So you're not having to use many different products. You use that one product for many different things. My lip product, for example, it's called Lip Locked. It has a primer that's built into it already, a lip stain, and a lip gloss. So that product is not going to budge throughout the day, and you're not having to worry about reapplying. It was really important for me to make sure that to take a look at the hand sanitizers and the antibacterial products that we have now, and to really make it better. I wanted to take all of the great properties that I would want to have, and let's call it a hand sanitizer, and you know, so that it dries down quickly, so that it's moisturizing for your hands, so that it still does what it needs to do with, you know, killing germs. But, you know, I also wanted to make sure that it's really pretty too. Like, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen a hand sanitizer in like a lifestyle photo, because all of them are just not cute. So I want to make sure that the products that we have are able to be, you know, used, and like you can proudly like put this on your vanity, or, you know, or you don't have to put it aside.
For more information, visit manikkadarcosmetics.com. Reporting for California Life HD, I'm Isabel Sadik.
Up next, what is your favorite romantic movie? We've got the top picks from the big screen with Elise, just in time for Valentine's Day. When we continue with California Life, don't go away.
Nothing is more COVID-friendly than watching movies this Valentine's Day. Here are the top 10 picks for the best Valentine movies. Number 10, Valentine's Day. This all-star cast, including Bradley Cooper and Taylor Swift, brings a bunch of familiar faces and love triangles to the screen. Number 9, Bridget Jones' Diary. It may not be the classic love story, but Bridget's charming personality and relentless search to find love is the most relatable movie you'll watch this year. Number 8, Casablanca. This Hollywood classic is considered the greatest love story of all time, and I highly recommend watching it if you love black and white movies. Number 7, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Valentine's Day doesn't always have to be serious. Sometimes it's just meant to be fun. And that's exactly what this rom-com is all about, thanks to Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey's adorable chemistry. Romeo and Juliet, number 6. Franco Zeffirelli's 1968 version of Romeo and Juliet is very romantic. It stays true to Shakespeare and has a gorgeous European aesthetic. Number 5, Somewhere in Time. You may have never heard of it, but this timeless tale starring Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour is filled with love, time travel, and a little bit of magic. Number 4, Endless Love. The 2014 version is truly better, with amazing actors, gorgeous scenery, and soulmate energy. This movie will make you believe in love. Number 3, Crazy Stupid Love. Starring Steve Carell and our favorites, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, this movie is all about the ups and downs and craziness of love. Number 2, Pride and Prejudice. Jane Austen's powerful love story between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy will leave you speechless. Before we reveal our number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Twilight, Valley Girl, Return to Me, and Lady and the Tramp. Number 1, everyone's favorite, The Notebook. Nicholas Sparks' summer romance story starring Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling is the movie to watch this Valentine's Day. All right, that's it for our list. Make sure to check out one of these movies. I'm Elise Thurston, wishing you a happy Valentine's Day.
You can call it a different version of spring training. The NTT Indy Car series invaded the Coachella Valley at the Thermal Club to spend 2 days tuning up for the 2023 racing season. Reigning series champion Will Power of Penske Racing gave glowing reviews for the very picturesque racetrack.
Oh, it's great to be in the car. It's like having like 5 months out of it. It's pretty brutal, but really nice facility here, nice track. Everyone's learning the track, so I think everyone's on an even playing field, and yeah, we're trying to just go through the process of a race weekend, try to get the most out of the car and see where we stack up. Yeah, for me, it's and the whole team is just get back into that rhythm of going through a race weekend, trying to work things out and get yourself in a good window, I guess, as quickly as you can.
The on-track testing included 27 cars running over 1,100 laps over the 2 days, and with many of the familiar names of the series giving their thumbs up of this country club-like facility.
Feels great, man. It's it's the unfortunate part of IndyCar is you're kind of not doing it for a long time in the off season, but great to be back here. Obviously a huge thanks to everybody here at Thermal for putting this event together. It's a great place, definitely a fantastic place to showcase the NTT IndyCar series, and the track's a lot of fun. It's definitely pretty full on. There's a lot of tight corners, a lot of tight complexes, but I think there's still a lot of stuff that we can learn here to go further on into the season.
Removed the rust from me from the winter break. but jumping back in IndyCar is awesome. Excited to be here in Thermal, and yeah, can't wait to be in St. Pete.
Yeah, the track was phenomenal this morning. I think a few guys put on tyres to start the day, and the track was really fast. So it'd be very hard to replicate those times, but I think towards the end of the day when everyone was putting tyres on at the same time, the track was, you know, probably about half a second quicker than it was yesterday. So it's yeah, it's great. Everyone's getting to grips with the track itself. The rubber's getting laid down. Like, you know, the more Firestone rubber on the track, the better for us. And it's just getting, you know, darker and darker and darker out there, so you can really commit. But a lot of fun. Very hard on the old neck, but a lot of fun.
Thermal's sick. Beautiful facility. Beautiful. I mean, very picturesque, right? I mean, we'll see. We don't race here, right? Not to downplay it, because we want to be fast everywhere that we go. But we got to be a little careful tuning for here versus, you know, what we may see. I think the cornering speed here, for instance, like turn 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we're not going to see that anywhere this year. So we got to be a little bit cautious, but this place has been awesome.
While the Thermal Club is a private motorsports facility, the positive reviews by drivers have now generated the potential of a scheduled race possibly as early as 2025. Till then, there are 2 separate races in the Golden State, with the Acura Grand Prix at Long Beach in April and the season-ending event at Laguna Seca in Monterey in September. You can get more info on the series and schedule by going to IndyCar.com. Bringing you California motoring on California Life. This is J.R. Ibarra.
Finding a one-stop shop for specialty Japanese items and cuisines such as bento, ramen, sushi, and more just got a little easier in the San Fernando Valley. A new Mitsuwa marketplace opened in Northridge this year, and it started out with a bang. Traditional Japanese food is one of the most prized and popular cuisines in the world. Mitsuwa brings all that and so much more to its customers at all of their locations, including this new store in the Valley. Mitsuwa is famous for carrying a variety of fresh produce, mouth-watering ingredients, popular Japanese packaged delicacies, Japanese cosmetics, and more.
This is the grand opening of our 12th store for Mitsuwa Marketplace. Mitsuwa Marketplace is the Japanese supermarket. This is a smaller version of their businesses.
Local residents say Mitsuwa Marketplace is bringing a unique market and culinary experience to the North San Fernando Valley, something that's been desired for a very long time.
I've lived in this community now for 44 years. And when I was living here, when my family moved here to this in Northridge in 1978, I can tell you that it was a little bit harder to find any type of Asian food products. But like everything in Los Angeles, and the diversity grew throughout our city, we are so excited to have Mitsuwa Market here.
The approximately 9,600 square foot store is located at 8940 Tampa Avenue in Northridge, California, just at the Walnut Grove Shopping Center, which is minutes away from California State University, Northridge. Mitsuwa Marketplace is the largest Japanese grocery store chain in the United States. With 11 locations across the nation, it was founded in 1998, and the company has locations in 4 other states. Here in Southern California, you can find them in San Gabriel, Costa Mesa, Santa Monica, and San Diego. For California Life, this is Jennifer Mashinsky.
It's a California motoring tradition that spans nearly 3/4 of a century. The Grand National Roadster Show has paid its annual visit for the 20th time to the Fairplex in Pomona and celebrates its 73rd year of delighting hot rod and custom car enthusiasts from all over the globe. The show brings together over 1,500 custom-made vehicles that are showcased over 3 days. It's a gearhead's delight with a huge variety of cars that anyone would appreciate.
Yeah, we're in our 73rd year, and the show started in Oakland in 1949 by Al and Mary Sloniker, and the show has been here in Pomona now for 20 years. So it's a part of our California culture, both northern and southern. Northern a little bit jealous that it's moved to southern, but it's worked out so well. You'll see hot rods, you'll see custom cars, you'll see trucks, you'll see motorcycles, you'll see lowriders, you name it, it's here.
The show brings together owners who may have had their ride recently built or restored, and also is a showcase for hot rod and custom car builders to display their mechanical artwork and receive big accolades for their craftsmanship.
So the shows so far, I was here yesterday and just walking around, other people have the same addiction, so to speak, you know. So yeah, it's good. I'm waiting to see what people think about it. You know, that's the main reason. I'm not here for anything but just to let people see the car and to enjoy it.
Man, I come from a childhood. You know, my dad's been involved in the car world for many years. I'm 36 years old. A lot of people call me young in this game, you know. But attending this show, the Grand National Roadster Show, I feel like it's the ultimate roadster show here in California for me. It's in my backyard. I'm from LA, so it's definitely a special moment for me to be able to bring some of my art and for people to enjoy it here at the Grand National Roadster Show.
While this long-standing show has attracted a faithful following over its decades-long existence, it's the young faces of up-and-coming enthusiasts that continue to move this prestigious show towards the century mark.
Our story actually begins from the Grand National Roadster Show last year. We got invited to build a display for one of the trucks that was being shown, and when we got back, TJ, our shop teacher, and I put our heads together and we decided to start Willamette Customs because we realized that there's so many other kids who have a passion for this, and we wanted to bring that into our school and into our town and just give kids the opportunity to learn and find the love for hot rodding like we did.
So this is a Model A 1930 car. We remodeled it, made it a 32. It only took us 6 weeks, and it definitely was a great bonding opportunity for all of our high school students. We got middle schoolers involved, high school, our teachers, our principal, everything. It was just a well-rounded project. It's actually taught me how to weld, and I want to go into the Air Force afterwards, and I want to weld for them, and this taught me how to do that, so now I can go and I can achieve that goal.
The show continues to flourish with the many entrants from builders all across the U.S. vying for the prestigious America's Most Beautiful Roadster Award. And in the end, San Antonio's Jack Chisenhall grabbed the crown with his gorgeous 1932 Ford Roadster. With a strong turnout of both participants and admiring spectators, the Grand National Roadster Show continues to solidify itself as an important part of California car culture. Bringing you California motoring on California Life. This is J.R. Ibarra.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.
California Life brings you the best of California. California Life brings you news that is relevant to your life in the Golden State. I'm Heather Dawson, the host of California Life. Tune in to California Life in your city.
Hi, this is Steven Tyler, and I love California Life.
Hey, I'm Christina Perry, and I love California Life.
We love California Life.
Hi, I'm Joe Buck, and I love California Life.
Hi, I'm Nick Barrios, fashion designer. You may know me from Project Runway, and you're watching California Life.